We have certainly, Delaware is an example of one of the states where we have had the primary moved. We were actually originally scheduled for April 28th. We're now currently scheduled as of now for June 2nd. So we're seeing, certainly seeing a lot of that. We're certainly seeing, questions about individuals maybe voting absentee. We're also seeing about our poll workers. Our poll workers are essential. They make everything operate on the ground. There's certainly some anxiety out there by poll workers, which we understand, especially because although we do our best to recruit younger workers, many of our workers, are a little older, and certainly that's a population impacted by COVID-19 in a particular way. So it's not just for us, but other states that I, interface with. We're doing a lot of things we never anticipated doing, such as purchasing, personal protective equipment and sanitizing equipment and determining how we're going to keep equipment clean and people safe, and not just get them there, the poll workers, but certainly get them in an environment where they feel safe, as well as the voters, of course. And we're going to be looking at, as we move forward, and most likely into the fall, assuming social distancing requirements remain in place, those types of things, social distancing tools and best practices in the polling place, and that's going to require different approach. So it's really kind of changed a lot of what we think about, and a whole different items in the mix. I think there's an initiative that's underway by the National Association of Secretaries of State, and it's something that we're participating in, called Trusted Sources 2020. It goes back to what was being mentioned earlier, is that go to the elections officials as your trusted source of information. Not that there's not other certainly trusted sources out there, but if you have a question, come to elections. If you see something out there, on social media or in some other source, or the mainstream media, any media, certainly feel free, and we're very upfront. We want folks to contact us, and we want people to ask the questions. And I would advise that to any state out there. Make sure you have as much information available as you can, be accessible as you can, be on social media as much as you can. I know many of our budgets certainly are constrained and staffing is constrained, but try to get as much out there and just be available. And just, I love answering questions, from the public, that people may not know the processes and things. But I think just if we continue to encourage people, come back to your trusted sources, come back to the elections officials, ask those questions, and just, be willing to have that dialogue.